What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great Tuesday night. But it being Tuesday, you know we're going behind enemy lines. We're getting to know the Eagles' wild card opponent. That's right, wild card. San Francisco 49ers on deck. So let's effing go. Appreciate you all taking the time and the like button, sharing, subscribing, becoming members, hyping these videos up. All of the support is truly appreciated. All of you sending the love throughout the week. Cannot thank you enough for that. Now, not a live video, but I would still love to hear from you down below in the comments. Any kind of questions, comments that you have. Let's effing go. I'm ready for these playoffs. I'm ready to run through a wall. I'm ready to go behind enemy lines. But before we do that, got some news for both teams, some roster moves. So let's go over that real quickly, and then we'll talk about this 49ers team. Now, Perry Nickerson back on the Eagles practice squad. They let go of Ambry Thomas. Also, Brandon Johnson, who was elevated for this last game, unfortunately placed on the practice squad IR. So, yeah, there will be another spot opened up there. But Perry Nickerson back on the squad. And then former Eagle, Kyzir White, actually follows me on Twitter. I thought about sending him a message, be like, hey, congrats, man, but about to catch this ass whooping. So he's coming home, going to get to see firsthand what happens. So looking forward to it, but they've definitely had some injuries here. So let's talk about it. Let's get to know this 49ers team and what they've got going on here and how their season went and all of the above. As you know, this is the Eagles' opponent on Sunday, 4:30 p.m. You can see all of the other matchups here. The lowest seeded team will face the Seahawks, and then whoever wins the other games will meet up in that divisional round, hoping to get to the NFC Championship on the road to the Super Bowl. So, woo, baby, let's go. I'm excited about it. I told you I don't care where we're at. We could smoke anybody. I'm not afraid of any of those teams. And then on the other side at AFC here are those matchups in case you were wondering, and in case you thought I was afraid of any of them, I'm not. We could take any of these teams. We've beaten some of these teams, lost some of these teams, but not afraid of anybody. Let's go. But we're here to talk about the 49ers, so let's jump on back to it. Let's talk about how they did in this season. Now, third in their division, so you'd think, oh, maybe not too great, but a 12-5 team. That's pretty good. So this team obviously battling to the death there like the NFC East was last year. So you've got a 14-3 team, top of the NFC. You've got two 12-5 teams. And then, well, the Cardinals, Jonathan Gannon just got fired. Another former Eagles coach, John Harbaugh, just got fired by the Ravens. It's pretty wild. But, yeah, you see the Niners 12-5. That has them in a wild card spot. Obviously, the sixth seed there facing the Eagles at number 3 seed there. So, look, I told you, I don't care what anybody's saying out there. I think this Eagles team getting Lane Johnson back on the offense is going to be huge. Getting the Kobe Dean back would be great on defense. But let's get hot at the right time. I think with the talent we have, we get hot at the right time. Nobody can stop us. So a few more games to win. Let's go do that. But this Niners team, hey, they won 12 games here. This is no pushover here. This is a very tough team. And, well, they've got some damn good coaching here. So let's take a look at their coaching staff here. And, well, we all know Kyle Shanahan and his version of the West Coast offense and Clay Kubiak being in there and their zone schemes with the run game, getting Christian McCaffrey and their tight end, George Kittle, involved. We know this is a high-powered offense with a very bright mind here, a lot of motion, a lot of things that they're going to do that this defense is going to be on its toes. But when you ask coaches like this, they always will tell you Vic Fangio is the worst to go against. And this was my point when I was trying to get people on board with Vic Fangio last year when they wanted to fire him, like with Patullo this year. So, look, man, we'll just hope for the best here and hope that we can shut these guys down. And speaking of Patullo, he's going to have his hands full going up against a Robert Saleh. And this defense reminds you of an old school D, that 4-3 aggressive man defense. And I think, a lot of cover 3, cover 4 we're going to see. But this is, a defense that is not the same as what you're used to. It's definitely a beatable defense here, but still a great coach in Robert Saleh, dealing with some injuries here on both sides of the ball. So, it's all about next man up, and we know all about that this year. They had to do it at quarterback with Mac Jones stepping in. He did great, pretty damn good backup to have. But you see here how they did this season: 10th in points, 7th in total yardage, 5th in passing game, 24th in rushing. Pretty odd there. And you see the offensive line tied for 5th, giving up sacks there. And turnovers, 20th. That's not the greatest. So it definitely had some interceptions. And you see the second there. So not penalized very often, and middle of the pack. The teams are going against are penalized. You see at the bottom there. But on the defensive side of the ball, 13th in points, 20th in total yardage, 11th against the run. So pretty decent against the run, but definitely have struggled against the pass. So the Eagles definitely going to have to try to get there. They were last in the league. I think they only had 20 sacks on the season. So 1.2 per game, that's not great. They're going to definitely try to get after Hurts here. But let's work our magic. Let's run the damn ball right down their throat. I don't give a damn what the stats say. But you can see not getting turnovers too much either. Again, defense isn't great, but they got an explosive offense here, and it's a good team. So you don't sleep on anyone. They got to come to our house, so let's go, baby. Let's take a look now at what this 49ers team looks like. And first, I'll show you the injury list so you know which players will not be here. You can see the injured reserve, the non-football injury list, and then the reserve left team list, which is for Brandon Ayuk. And then rookie Curtis Rourke there on the non-football injury list. His season ended. He was practicing, but they didn't take him off of the list. So he will not be playing this season. But you can see guys like Barch, Bosa on both sides of the ball in the trenches. Unfortunate losses. Got a few rookies there. Michael Williams, their first pick. Nick Martin there. And then Teron Jackson, former Eagle. So Fred Warner's a big one as well. But missing some pieces indeed. But let's take a look at the offense first here. And not much change this season, but we got Demarcus Robinson from division rival, the Rams there. Brought in Kendrick Bourne, who has been stepping in when Ricky Pearsall has been out. He missed the last game. Trent Williams also missed the game. Austin Pleasance came in and sucked completely. So they're going to pray that Trent Williams comes back for them. But this left side of the line, I think, is definitely beatable. Pooney is probably their best lineman, I would say. You remember we talked about him before the draft. Was it last year or the year before? It's a fan of his game. But look, Christian McCaffrey's here. Brock Purdy, he can definitely throw it up there in Kyle Shanahan's offense. Mac Jones, if he comes in, he can do the same. It's an interchangeable. You can place me in there at quarterback, and I'd be doing the same. System quarterback, Brock Purdy there. But Christian McCaffrey, dude, oh, my Lord. And get a little spell of Brian Robinson in there. They will use their fullback, Kyle Juszczyk. Maybe they'll hand it to him. Maybe they'll pass it to him. But you got to watch out there. He will be in there. But McCaffrey, dude, still doing it. But didn't exactly have, the best season. And, people talk about Saquon. Well, Christian McCaffrey had 1,200 yards on the season. And, I'm sure he would have liked to have more. But he did have 924 receiving yards. In the receiving game, he was killing it. So, he had 3.9 yards per carry, but 9.1 yards per catch. 10 rushing touchdowns, 7 receiving touchdowns. So the dude can still smoke your ass. Watch out. But they got leading receiver Juwan Jennings, hopefully healthy for this game as well. But Pearsall's there. When he is healthy, he can do some things. Bourne, real up and down. That kid is. But they've got George Kittle, who, is actually behind Jennings, but he played in 4 less games than Jennings, 628 yards. Kittle does have 7 touchdowns on the season. Jennings leads the team with 9, though. But this team, they will put up points if you let them. But luckily, we've got Vic Fangio. We got to hope this defense, these corners can step it up. We've actually done pretty well against tight ends as well. But the run game at times has kicked our ass. We got to clean up the tackling. Got to really be on our A game. Christian McCaffrey, as talked about, because dude, it's not just on the ground. He can get you in the air, too. So, going to be a tough offense, but Vic Fangio at the helm, feel a little bit safer. Now, let's take a look at this defense here. And already mentioned here that Kaiser White was brought into the practice squad because Tatum Bethune now is going to miss the rest of the season, they said. So, I have him listed out. They didn't put him on IR, but as you can see, the different shade of red there, that is for the players that will be listed as out. He's already out. So Garrett Wallow may be stepping up, but Eric Kendricks is on the practice squad. That's somebody they elevated last time. And they also, again, just added Kaiser White. Don't know how quick he can learn the system or what they're going to do there. But, you've got D. Winters, Wallow, Gifford, okay. But, Bryce Huff is there. They traded for Keon White, and, he actually outplayed Huff, had more snaps last game. So he's definitely going to see his. He can play inside as well. a versatile piece. You can see the rookie corners out there. We talked about the safeties, young guys, Mustafa and Brown. I liked both those safeties in their respective drafts. But I think that, dude, this is a secondary you can beat up on. We should be able to pass the ball, man. Big game for A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert. Get everybody going. We've got some injuries to the linebackers and the corners, and the safeties are, just a little, just inexperienced, I would say. High upside, though. But anyways, I think, this defense, this is, one that, again, the Eagles should be able to, but it's any given Sunday. This is the football, or this is the NFL. It's football, man. Anything can happen. So we'll see. Now, Winters actually leads the team in tackles with 101. Not great. I don't know that he'll be starting again, maybe Kendricks, White, but it could be Kendricks and Winters with White as a backup. I don't know. We'll see what they decide to do. But Farrell and Huff leading the team with 4 sacks. Don't know how much play Farrell will get there. Okayinanu has 3 there. Bosa had 2 before his season was ended. But, this team, again, inexperienced in the secondary. You got 2 picks for Brown and Lenore, but not too much else. Renardo Green has 10 pass deflections, so pretty good for a rookie there. But this defense, we can put up points. 2, this Eagles offense, really, I can't wait to see them get rolling here in this game. Let's effing go. Now, special teams is a whole completely different unit for them. They added Eddie Pinheiro, Thomas Morstead, John Weeks this year, and also added Sky Moore, traded for him. And then you've got rookie Jordan Watkins backing him up at punt returner. Brian Robinson as the kick returner. You got Garendo and Pearsall there as well. So that's what the special teams unit looks like for the 49ers. And then the practice squad. Now, there are 18 players listed here because they can have 17 with Isaac Alarcon there. He is the international player, so he is exempt. So you can have 17, but with Kaiser White being added, they will have to get rid of someone. At the time I'm making this video, that has not been announced. So right now, you're seeing 18, but the next time you see the video showing their practice squad, I obviously will fix it. But here's the rest of the gang for them. Here are the guys they have on offense, defense. As I mentioned, Kendricks, White, possibilities to be elevated at linebacker where they could use some help. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That was Behind Enemy Lines with the Eagles' wild card round opponent, 49ers. I would love to hear your thoughts on this, whether you've got a player to watch out for on their team. You already got a score prediction. You've got a player on the Eagles you're hoping steps up, or whatever's on your mind. Would love to hear it. Maybe you want to say the same thing every median casual fan has said every day the entire season. Fire Kevin Abdullah, trade Jalen Hurts. Maybe you want to take that to another content creator because we diehards and sickos are ready to run through a wall, baby. It's playoff time. Why don't you put your big boy pants on, stop being Cowboys fans, get some cojones, and watch our birds fly all the way to the top because that's where we're going, baby. But if you're with me, you know what 2 words I'm going to be asking you for. Let's see those down below. But if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Share this bad boy. Subscribe. Hype these videos up. Become members. Whatever you can do to support. I really can't thank you enough. Hope you all enjoyed your holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. All of those holidays, the Hanukkahs and everything else out there. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves and stayed safe out there. But if you need me, you can always reach out, whatever it is. Does not have to be about the birds. I'm always here for you guys, as you have been always for me. Really can't thank you enough for being there for me this week. I love each and every one of you. Again, tomorrow will be the initial injury report. I don't know that I'll be making a video, be at my uncle's funeral, and then spending time with family after. So, I don't know. Maybe a late night one. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but I'll definitely try to post that information. And then Thursday, you'll get the updated injury report for that top matchup show. So, I'll talk to you then. But until next time, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there, and as always, say with me now, go Birds!